What's up, y'all? In this video today, I'm going to review Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 1. And, um, the podcast that goes along with this episode, where they break down what happened and how they filmed the episode, isn't out yet. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys my review of the episode, because I have a lot to break down and a lot of thoughts on this episode. Um, what I'm gonna do from this point going forward is you guys are gonna get two videos. When I first see the episode, I'm gonna give you a review like this, where I review the episode and talk about my theories for what's gonna happen and stuff like that. And when the podcast comes out and James Gunn and crew talks about like how they filmed it and stuff like that, I'm gonna do um, my 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 breakdowns of the podcast. So I hope you guys are ready for all this Peacemaker coverage that I'm gonna do. And yes, guys, so this episode was insanely good. Like, first of all, it's firmly set in the new continuity of the DCU. So what I mean by that is Superman and Future Commandos are referenced, and you don't have to watch Superman, but I would strongly recommend you watch Superman before you watch this. Again, you don't have to, but I would strongly recommend you watch Superman before you watch this. So basically, how it starts off, this episode is basically reacquainting you with Team Peacemaker, right? So it shows you, so it picks up, first of all, we have a previously on the DC, in the DCU, right? And I do not skip that. There is a really, well, actually, I said there was going to be spoilers in this. So, Peacemaker makes a really funny joke about Green Lantern, Guy Gardner Green Lantern, and, you know how the Jason Momoa scene from the end of season 1? Jason Momoa's Aquaman is replaced with Guy Gardner's Green Lantern. And it's really fucking funny. Sorry, guys. It's really funny. Like, guys, the comedy in this season is leveled up. The action in this season, we get like two big action scenes in this episode, is really leveled up. The acting, especially from John Cena, but from everybody, but especially from John Cena, is leveled up. So basically, what happens is, so after we get the recap, right, telling you what's canon to this DCU, which is basically everything besides a few things, right? Um, we pick up 6 months later. Actually, before then, we find out about the pocket universe and stuff like that we've seen in season 1 and that we've seen in Superman, right? And you find out that there's different dimensions that Peacemaker can go into with this pocket universe, right? So, and he goes into one, sees an alternate version of his dad, who's kind and not a dick, and not an asshole. This version of Augie Smith is kind. He loves his two sons, and he's kind and he's different, right? So, different from the version of Peacemaker's dad that Peacemaker killed, right? So, he goes into the alternate dimension, then he runs out, and then it picks up with Adebayo taking him to try out for the Justice Gang, and Adebayo now you guys remember she's Amanda Waller's daughter. She started her own like mercenary service called Adebayo Security, I think it's called, or security services, and yeah, and then we pick up and then she takes Peacemaker to the Justice Gang audition, and the Justice Gang, which is or part of the Justice Gang, because Terrific isn't there, but and Metamorpho isn't there, but like so the three people that they have like judging the applicants are Maxwell Lord, played by Sean Gunn, Nathan Fillion, Guy Gardner, played by Nathan Fillion, and then Hawk Girl, played by Isabella Merced. So, as I said, you don't have to watch Superman, but you'll get some of this, you'll get extra out of it if you do watch Superman before you watch this, right? And they literally treat Peacemaker like a bag of shit. Like they don't give him a chance to like explain. Like they're like making butt jokes and jokes I can't say on YouTube without getting the video flagged. So I'm not gonna say that. And guys, this show is not for kids. Like literally, I can say this on YouTube. There is a orgy scene in this first episode, and that's as far as I'm gonna go. There is an orgy scene in this first episode, so again, this is not for kids. Like, don't let your kids watch this, right? Unless you're with them or whatever, right? But this is not for kids. So, and the jokes that Guy and Hawk Girl make are very crude and very adult and stuff like that. And then you find out that Harcourt's in therapy, right? Because she has anger issues, right? And then her and Peacemaker, they imply that her and Peacemaker had a one-night stand, and after getting treated like shit by the Justice Gang, like, Peacemaker's really sad, and really, so that's when the scene happens, and it's a really cool scene, because of the music. The music in this, I say, for, at least on the first episode, is better than the music in season 1. Like, it's still rock music, but it's like, this season, like, the opening dance number is, like, to a slow, like, rock ballad. So, that's, like, the soundtrack, at least in the first episode, is incredible, man. So, they do that. You find out that Economos is working for Argus. Who's the director of Argus now? Because Amanda Waller got outed by Adebayo. Rick Flag Sr., Rick Flag Sr. has found out, Peacemaker doesn't know this yet, but Rick Flag Sr. has found out that Peacemaker's the one who killed Rick Flag Jr. in James Gunn's Suicide Squad, right? So that happens, and then now I'm gonna get to the alternate dimension stuff. So, Peacemaker ends up going back to the alternate dimension, and we meet Keith. Now, tomorrow, once James Gunn confirms who the actor is, because I tried looking it up before I did this video, but keep in mind, the episode, like, literally just came out. Like, it came out at 9 o'clock, but, like, by the time I upload this, it's 10 o'clock, right? So, Hopefully James Gunn confirms who the actor who plays Keith is in the podcast, so I can tell you guys. But he finds out that his brother is alive. His father is not an asshole in this dimension, right? They don't use the word multiverse. They call it dimensions. So that's what I'm gonna call it, dimensions, until they call it something else, right? And they find out that like Peacemaker, like Augie and Keith think that it's the Peacemaker or the Chris Smith from their Earth, right? And our Peacemaker is like shocked with how nice his father is and that his brother is alive, right? Like, cause, he's like, he's just sitting there while they're telling stories about peace, like this Earth's version of Peacemaker, right? Like, okay, so I'm gonna call this Earth 2 Peacemaker, right? Earth 2 Peacemaker and Earth 2 Augie Smith and Earth 2 Keith are like telling stories about their version of Peacemaker, right? Like their version of Chris, right? And they tell these stories and Peacemaker is just like he's just speechless because his father again on Earth 2 is not a dick like he is on Peacemaker, like he is on Peacemaker's Earth, right? Um, Peacemaker 1's Earth, right? I'm calling like now from now on forward and both of these on all of these episode reviews and these podcast reviews, I'm gonna call our Peacemaker Peacemaker 1 and all the other characters from the other Earth, I'm gonna call from Earth 2, alright? Unless James Gunn calls it something different in the show, then I'll change it. But, yeah, so Peacemaker meets Earth 2 versions of brother and his dad. And, John Cena really, really, really improved his acting. Like the acting in Peacemaker season 1 was great. Even this is up to another level though. And then after like Peacemaker goes back to Earth 1, our Earth, he runs into the Peacemaker from Earth 2, so Peacemaker 2 basically. Peacemaker 2 is like, what the F are you doing here? Right? And he runs into the Pocket Universe and they fight. And then the episode ends with Peacemaker 1, our Peacemaker, killing Peacemaker 2 from Earth 2. And yeah. And we also find out, well, our Peacemaker 1 is talking to Keith from Earth 2 and Augie from Earth 2, right? That Peacemaker 2 from Earth 2 dated Hardcourt, who Peacemaker's in love with, right? Our Peacemaker is in love with Hardcourt, right? So that happens, and so the episode ends with Peacemaker, Peacemaker 1, killing Peacemaker 2 from Earth 2. So yeah, and then the last scene I want to talk about, I think maybe tied with James Gunn's like the big action scene in Guardians 3. I think the best action scene that James Gunn has ever done is in this episode. I like the way it's shot, the way it's performed. So Hardcourt goes into a bar, right? A biker bar. Some guys try to hit on her. And she's drunk, and she's angry because she can't get a job because Amanda Waller basically blacklisted her from every intelligence organization in the world. And the guy, like, catcalls Harcourt, and then she's like, something I can't say on YouTube because I've already cursed enough in this video, right? But she says something really funny that offends the biker dude. So she literally, like, beats this biker dude's, like, face in But keep in mind, all this biker dude's friends are in this bar as well. So they're like beating her out. But she puts up a hell of a fight, man. Like, first she like breaks a bottle over the dude's head. Then she like picks up like a pew and breaks it in half. So she has like stick or a stick, and like she's like beating people, and it ends up like. And then the last we see of Harcourt in this episode is she gets thrown out of the out of a bar, and they're like, "Bye, bitch," or something like that, because she literally like kicks all the biker dudes' asses. Oh, and one more scene. Guys, these are gonna be long videos, just to let you guys know, because James Gunn puts a lot of stuff in here, right? So, they reference Arkham Asylum for the first time. They reference... they... they reference Arkham Asylum for the first time. They reference Bloodhaven. They call it something else, but it's... yeah. They reference Broadhaven for the first time. If you don't know where Bloodhaven is, that's where Nightwing's from. Right? So they reference Arkham for the first time, and they reference Bloodhaven for the first time, and yeah, and then we get to catch up. Well, we get introduced to Sacha Bordeaux in this episode, and we get like reintroduced to like Rick Flag Sr. And Rick Flag Sr. we find out is like priority one track Peacemaker. And then Economos tells Adebayo he's just waiting for Peacemaker to screw up so he can go after him for killing his son. Right? They don't really get into like to Rick Flag Sr.'s relationship with his kid in this episode. I think we're gonna get that later. My theory is that Joel Kinnaman is gonna show up in at least one of these episodes in like a flashback. So yeah, like this episode and this season. By the way, this season is gonna be great if I just go based off of the first episode. Like this season is gonna be so effing great, and yeah. Like, this has been one of my most anticipated things of the year, and I'm glad I get to cover DC again on this channel, man. Like, because if all the episodes going forward, we have 7 episodes left, if all of them are as good as this one, ooh, we're in for a treat. Even if they're not all as good as this one, we are still in for a treat, bro. Like, this show is insane. So yes, stay tuned for my review of Peacemaker the podcast. My review or my reaction to Peacemaker the podcast. Season 2, episode 1 breakdown. And I hope you enjoy this review. I hope you enjoyed this review of Peacemaker season 2, episode 1 review. I hope you enjoyed this review, and yeah, stay tuned for all the Peacemaker coverage and all the DC coverage in the future as well. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day. God bless you guys.